Hello everybody, welcome to another fantastic episode of the High and Beyond show featuring yours truly, The Punisher, now back on schedule reviewing Raw, and later on the Beast will be reviewing his favorite A+ show, SmackDown.
A+.
Yes. So to get down to Raw, so this week we have a superstar shakeup that's between a Monday Night Raw and continues on SmackDown Live. So just to go through Monday Night Raw real quick with some interesting trades we had. To start the night off, the John Cena's music hit, which led to Miz and Maurice coming out dressed to best Cena and Nikki Bella, which already indicates that Miz and Maurice are now on Raw. And then after they go on with their little schmoz, Dean Ambrose comes out and says he's glad to be part of the Raw roster now. So now we already have two trades from SmackDown over to Raw. And I'm sorry, Beast, but you lose two people on your favorite A+ show, so enjoy your different version of the A+ show when you go to review it. So anyway, so Miz and Dean Ambrose go back and forth doing some trades, and then until they start beating each other down. So then to the next segment we get is also the match between Charlotte and Nia Jax, and the match was a little bit on the sloppy side, to be honest with you, but in the end Nia Jax wound up getting the W and so forth. And then with her getting another W, that kind of gave me some impression of what was going on with it, which that answer will come on SmackDown. So then later on in the evening, we also see Finn Balor take on Jinder Mahal, which was a so-so match with Balor getting the W, and this led to trade number 3 being introduced as Bray Wyatt makes his trade over to Raw. But here's one thing I'm a little surprised about. 1, he just came off the feud with Randy Orton. 2, he is still entitled to his rematch clause and everything, which they did announce at Payback. He will be getting his rematch against Orton at Payback, which is supposed to be the Raw brand pay-per-view. But anyway, I just kind of felt like with Bray being traded over to Raw, it's almost like his whole feud with Orton was a little bit rushed. But what can I say? And in this case, if he gets traded over to Raw now that he's on there, I hope this actually does him a favor in the long run rather than just booking people that have no direction with them. But hopefully Bray will get good direction on Raw, so I'm waiting to see where this goes. So, and then later on in the evening, we also get more interesting trades that occur of Apollo Crews and Kalisto make their way over to Raw, which I'm a little surprised by this because besides their feud with Dolph Ziggler, they didn't do a whole lot on SmackDown Live anyway, but I'm hoping if they are on Raw now that they'll have something more to do with them, but we'll see how it all goes and everything. And then we also saw another tag team come over from SmackDown, which is Heath Slater and Rhino, which this I was not expecting or anything, but we'll see how Slater and Rhino get treated on Raw and stuff. But everybody who is getting traded over to Raw, I just hope they have something good in store for them, not just to bring them over there to give them no direction. And then later on in the evening, we also saw Sami Zayn take on The Miz, and then unfortunately The Miz lost his very first Raw, which I find that a little bit disappointing. But then needless to say that Sami Zayn feels he deserves more on SmackDown, so maybe there's a chance that Sami Zayn's heading to SmackDown, but again, that will be the Beast's turn to review it. And then later on the evening, we also saw a big tag team match with the Hardys along with Sheamus and Cesaro taking on the Club and the Shining Stars, which led to the Hardys getting another victory. But then with the whole superstar shakeup, I'm praying to God the Club lands on SmackDown so they can be booked better, but we'll see how it goes when he reviews it. And so then later on in the evening, we also saw a unfortunate drag between Roman and Braun Strowman, where Roman was doing an interview based on his match with The Undertaker, and that led to Braun coming out of nowhere, beating the crap out of Roman. But here was my problem with it. Just when it looked like the whole thing was over with, he would walk away for a little bit and then randomly come back and ambush him again. They kept doing that cycle over and over again until Braun lifted up the ambulance and With this being said, I can tell this did not look right at all, because the minute he started lifting the ambulance, the whole camera scene changed a little bit as something looked off with it. So you can easily tell he wouldn't be able to just lift it all with his own 2 arms like that. I mean, he may be the world's strongest man though, but did anybody lift an ambulance like that? Come on. But anyway, without further ado, and then the main event match. Oh, actually, not the main event yet. We also saw Sasha Banks and Bayley both come out and then talk about the WrestleMania moment, and it looked to me like Sasha Banks was hinting a heel turn when she mentioned, "I'm not done getting the Raw Women's Championship yet," but just when she mentioned she was hitting for the title, guess who comes out? Little Miss Bliss. Alexa Bliss makes her trade over to Raw, and then alongside of that, we also get Mickie James out of nowhere to go to Raw as well, which I was expecting this to be Becky Lynch, since I thought Becky Lynch fought everybody she could on SmackDown, and I thought her time was done, but instead we get Mickie James, so yes, Beast, you can continue enjoying your little straight fire.
Straight fire!
But the one funny line that I loved when Alexa Bliss said to the crowd was, "I don't need your approval, people." That was so funny. I was laughing my butt off when she said that. But then, and all in all, this all led to Nia Jax coming out there and just beating the crap out of the face in the whole thing and telling Bayley, "This is my Raw Women's Championship." So it looks like we'll be seeing a revamped feud from NXT between Bayley and Nia Jax. So we'll see who's the next number 1 contender for it though. But at some point, if you're going to do a Sasha Banks heel turn for a feud with Bayley, please do it at some point. I'm dying to see this feud. And then another thing we also saw on Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins coming out and explaining about how he would like to get his goal achieved, which is to become the Universal Champion, but because of his match with Triple H at Mania by having Triple H knocking Stephanie down through the table and everything, he feels the opportunity will never come again, and he feels maybe he's better off going over to SmackDown because he feels Stephanie will make his life a living hell. But this brought out Kurt Angle, who's the Raw general manager, and yes, I'm excited about this.
You suck. You suck.
So he comes out and mentions to him, said that you don't have to go anywhere because with me being a general manager of Raw, I'll be able to make sure your goals get achieved, so you're more than welcome to stay on Monday Night Raw. The two had a mutual handshake agreement, so that was the end of that segment. So now time for our main event we have, which is Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose, and unfortunately Owens lost in the main event match and Dean gained his first Raw main event win in the first time in a long time since he's been on Raw, but now the fact that he gained his first Raw main event win, so I'm hoping they do a lot with him. So anyway, with all honesty, I think the Raw shakeups were very good, some a little bit surprising, but I feel the shakeup of picks of superstars will help some of these guys in the long run. So, alright everybody, now it's time for the A+ show, The Beast. Have fun!
Oh my god, finally! This guy. Just like the shakeup and Raw and everything, everything just seems so extra, but it's all for a good reason. By the way, I am The Beast, the host of the A+ show, SmackDown, always better than Raw. Now we know we had shaken up, and I know I lost my favorite guy, Dean Ambrose. I lost my favorite woman, Mickie James. But you can have Miz and Bliss, they're annoying as hell. But when I tell you what happened with SmackDown, like the night kicked off with we took the US champion KO Mania, Kevin Owens, as he showed up in the beginning of the night to state his claim that he is here. But Baron Corbin decides to come out and let him know I'm coming for that title because I beat Dean, so I need to beat you. But then we have our second pick, his longtime rival and another one of my great favorites from Raw, which I got on SmackDown, Sami Zayn. Now Sami has always been meant for SmackDown, but you know how they've been, it's okay. Then we had AJ came out just for a 4-man to all be there to find out from Daniel Bryan that for right now the title is on hold. It's on hold till the pay-per-view is over. After Payback, it's all SmackDown. So until then, they decided to have a triple threat for the main event. AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, and Sami Zayn, who just debuted on SmackDown. going to have the main event. The winner is going to be number one contender for the U.S. title after Payback. So until Owens, hold on to that. Next up, we had WWE Champion Randy Orton taking on Eric Rowan. The match was a good match. It looks typical. Randy Orton was going to come out with the victory, being the cunning man he is. Then Bray Wyatt cuts a promo out of nowhere. Just let him know that just because I'm on Raw doesn't mean I'm only on Raw. I'm everywhere. And since he decided to be everywhere, it distracted him enough to get, attacked by Rowan to lead to a no contest. All in all, they're trying to make Rowan look strong again since he came back. I want to give up on Rowan, but it's a new time. It's a shake-up. It's a new day as I hit to y'all as well. SmackDown, we acquired the longest
good for you.
WWE World Tag Team Champions.
Keep them on SmackDown.
Let's go. All three of New Day came to SmackDown. I thought we was going to get one or two. Nope, we got the whole squad. That unicorn's coming strong. Now, speaking of tag team divisions, we also had our one tag team match that should have been at WrestleMania, but I guess not. The Usos defending their tag team titles against American Alpha. It was a great match. Pretty much match of the night in my eyes. For a tag team match to be match of the night, that's how you know it's something special. The Usos came out with the victory, so sadly Alpha lost their rematch clause, but what we saw was another debut of the Shining Stars from Puerto Rico. But it doesn't look like they're here to sell condos anymore, and I might like it. I like it. Next up, we had Mojo Rawley, the winner of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. That's a mouthful. Taking on Jinder Mahal, one of the last guys still there. And of course, it was a typical match. Mojo won. Gronk decided to show himself in the crowd. If you know Gronk, he's a football player from the Patriots, New England Patriots. We'll leave it at that. Next up, Charlotte Flair and Tamina.
Woo!
Y'all heard it right. They decided to state the division of the women's division. Everybody else came out just to be introduced to our two people, second generation greatness, Tamina. And then we realized she's part of the roster, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, the 4-time women's champion, Charlotte Natural Flair. And I like the little nickname they try to come with her too, Second Nature. I like that. Second Nature plays so much off hands, you don't even know how to get. Y'all not ready for it. But the women's division of SmackDown seems shaking up, and I see Charlotte coming out for that 5th title to be from SmackDown. Watch yourself, Naomi. Watch it. Then we had Dolph Ziggler come out to explain how he should have been important in the shakeup when you're just another guy that's staying on the SmackDown roster. But there's good news for you. Shinsuke Nakamura, who just showed up last week, decided to say, hey, I'm here. If you're mad about it, you can take a knee to the face. Well, he didn't say all that, but that's pretty much how I interpret it, because Shinsuke is so smooth, so natural. And they didn't stop him from talking, actually. They let him speak. Usually WWE be jerks to cut off people with certain accents and languages. I have a lot of rants. We should really try to get some more sideshows. I need a rant just for wrestling again, because I got too much shit that I can't say during the show. So, you understand. Also, before I get to the main event, let me also state who else do we get. We also got Rusev, Crush, and with him, because it's a 2-for-1 deal, the ravishing Russian Lana. Also, there's hints that Lana might be coming to the ring. I hope so. Lana in a wrestling ring, that's going to be something interesting. As well as, yeah, that's pretty much what we got for right now. So, on to my favorite point, the triple threat match. AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, and Sami Zayn all gunning for a shot at the U.S. title in the future. And it was an awesome match. If the tag team match was not your match of the night, it definitely was a triple threat. It had to be those two. Either way, wrestling-wise, SmackDown had it in a hole to where it just looked great and everything made sense. Just for the fact of AJ Styles coming out with the victory at that. And I'm telling you, SmackDown's looking good. I know this shakeup made both Raw and SmackDown look good, and they both do look good. Yeah, you got some of my SmackDown people, well, we got some of your Raw people. And just like how you took some little bit of the lower card and took the big names, we took the lower card and the big names as well. And either way, SmackDown is the home of opportunities. So I'm pretty sure we'll utilize everybody just fine. Like Sammy finally getting a title reign in the future. But enough about that. I hope you guys enjoy the show. We've been a little bit slow, you know. We got a lot of things to do. Outside of this, we got things to do. But until then, once we in front of this camera, it's nothing more but just too sweet wrestling talk. So I am the Beast. Punisher been on here. We ain't worried about him, and we'll see y'all next week. He's looking at me all mad.
Shut up.
Enjoy. So like, subscribe, share. Love.